It is just about time for some football. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, as we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
It's time to tighten up. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Tennessee Titans.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And away we go from Nashville. Julius Chestnut to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
We talk all the time, Kate, of the NFL at times being a copycat league, and there's no question the success of Penix and Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and all of their experience they brought to the NFL game was attractive to Tennessee, taking Cam Ward 1-1. This guy has been there and done it and seen it all at the college level. Now he's got to bring that experience and watch it flourish in the NFL.
First carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, well, you can't do it better than that.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Ward. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
And the Titans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. He dodged the tackle. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
16 more yards.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Pollard on 1st and goal. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage, and that time, the defense got the job done.
Motioning the tight end now. This is 3rd and goal. Ward. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
The Titans will turn to their kicker, Joey Sly, here on 4th down, looking for this field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Sly's kick is up and good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Quintana to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Complete out to the right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Okay, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. On 3rd and 2, here's Lawrence. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw. Lawrence. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He's got it. It's in close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you you get an explosive play on a drive in the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
First and goal. They'll try an option to the left. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. all set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. Lasers this one deep down the middle. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. That's one he knows he should have had. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
This gets forward to around the 29. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson.
A 2-yard pickup.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, they will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
First down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Running right, here's Pollard. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap now to Ward. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
3rd and long for him here. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
Incomplete.
Man, look at the big fellas working their tails off up front. That offensive line gave the QB ample time. Unfortunately, just no completion to be found down the field.
Punt coming now from the Titans on this 4th down. On comes Johnny Hecker. This one's headed for the sideline and out. Look at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. 2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Lawrence working from the gun. Flushed out now to his left. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Jaguars 1st down. A gain of 26 yards. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go right back to ETN. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. They can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Following the sack, needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. From the gun, it's Ward. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Another punch brings Johnny Hecker back to the field. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New set of downs for him from the 31. On play action now, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Here's ETN on first down. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Jaguars first down. A gain of 15.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down, and they go right back to it. Give him a couple on that carry. Second down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. ETN again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throw here, third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Logan Cook on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. It's a jet sweep. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Slot man motioned over. What's going to throw here on 3rd? To his wideout, it's a screen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of 3. It's 4th.
1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
So all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now lead by 10. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11.
14, Titans 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Going to throw this one. Ward. The Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds.
A gain of 5.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Parker Washington waiting to receive. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
24 yards. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 24-yard gain on the play. And
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down from the 42. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now give. It's Etienne headed left. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
To the air on 3rd and long. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the game stays at 11.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So now here comes the Titans on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Running back sent in motion. Ward setting the pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to fourth down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Johnny Hecker on that a punt. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And he sets them back to begin this drive. That kick goes out, and I'd call it about the 12-yard line. The Jaguars, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, Etienne gets it. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They put a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Give him 24 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
That one's complete, right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They go play action. Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 24 yards on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. Great decision to bounce this outside, Brock. Gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Lawrence here running a sneak. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Little knocks it through, and then extends their lead to 14.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chimere DK on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. First call here coming from the shotgun. They give to Pollard from the gun. Nice move. He's got some running room. He's still going at the 30. And he has this down to the 14-yard line. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. Ward off the play fake. And he has the Tennessee touchdown. The Titans making a one-score game in the first half. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Titans 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Counter give to Etienne. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence looking to throw. That's caught. He's got Washington. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And that one's forward for 182 yards. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Lawrence throwing here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Pass it at the 7. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and goal, Jacksonville.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Etienne can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything you watch. You've learned so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Man in motion, headed right. Now it's Lawrence. And who will score? It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Titans 10.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is in. Unfortunately, the Titans were able to jump back on that one. No turnover on the play. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 here. Ward. He's going to tuck it and run. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun, it's Ward. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Titans have a 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Not on the same page with his tight end. So 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here's Joey Sly for the Titans field goal attempt. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Sly's kick is up and good. And that'll get him back to 11.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play.
Joey Slide to
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action now, Lawrence. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Jaguars, 1st down. A 28-yard gain. And a Jaguar 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down from the 42. Motioning Myers right. Now a carry by Etienne. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Short throws dropped. This one's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They gain 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need something positive here. They go right back to Etienne. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd and 1, Lawrence to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. Here we go on fourth. Lawrence buys time, rolling right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Jaguars first down. An 8-yard pickup.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's ETN on the give. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Motioning Myers right. First carry now. This is Bashal Tootin. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5 right up next to that line of gain.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Jaguars first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
ETN has the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18.
31. Titans 13.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Now on the return, here's DK. And he's brought down just inside the 25. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They're on the counter to Pollard. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
That That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Ward now. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Trying to find Chimere DK. And 4th and 4 coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Jaguars send running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
From the shotgun, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throw here, 3rd down. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Ward setting the pass. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Got DK, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's good for a Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
First and 10, it's Pollard. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
To the air with Ward. Completed over the middle. And he stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Third down, they need 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Titans first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pollard on 1st and goal. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Pressure coming. Here's Ward. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Chimere DK, the one he was looking for. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Here's Ward. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
The Titans will turn to their kicker, Joey Sly, here on 4th down, looking for this field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Sly's kick is up and good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Tootin now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They go play action. Lawrence. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Trying to do it himself. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
All set now. First and 10. Now a give to ETN running right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. It's Cox. He's got Washington. And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's another Jaguars first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Quick throw is caught. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite hang on.
Little knocks it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. They motion the tight end over. First down throw here for Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. Motioning one of the tight ends. They give on second to Pollard. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. Complete right side to Washington. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and a lone yard coming up. ETN again. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. Brought in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Number 7, Brian Thomas Jr. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's a give to ETN. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lawrence to throw it. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Little knocks it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Cam Little to kick
All
off
set for the kickoff.
Jaguars.
Little with the honors. Here's Chestnut on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
So it's going to throw here on 3rd. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they got a 1st down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. Connects on the crosser. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
That's another Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10 here. Ward. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. They get to Pollard from the gun. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle. Instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And the touchdown is there, but it's dropped in the end zone from elation to heartbreak. A turnover on downs. The Jaguars, then running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence, setting up the screen. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Kicks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Jacksonville in punt formation. Has it at the 37. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Connection is made. Iowa. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans get it back to a 14-point game.
37. Titans 23.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors.
For Tennessee.
Tootin now on the return. Takes away from one. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Jaguars done running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they placed upon him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary?
Brings up
That's it.
and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
A gain of 70 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and goal. Here's Tootin. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. He gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Putting a receiver in motion. Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
On his Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
44. Titans 23.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Now on the return, here's DK. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Wheel we'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Ward setting the pass. Trying for the deep ball. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They're in long for him here. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down. Well, those are the looks they have hoped would open up by this point in the game, Brock, but still got some guys sitting on those throws, and they nearly made a splash play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you throw in the middle of the field, there's just simply more defenders in harm's way, and you've got to see that window open. You got away with one there.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tootin. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, Austin.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They go play action. Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And that makes it 2nd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness is still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next. Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Lawrence here running the sneak. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Jaguars about set to celebrate this win. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Inside give here for Tootin. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. They're going to pass it here. Finds his running back. This is Bashal too. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Running out of chances. Here's third and goal. Should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be fourth and goal.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate. Two sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
Cam Little getting the call on fourth down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Little knocks it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors.
For the Jaguars.
This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And he's got it, but didn't stay in bounds. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field, though. Let's listen. That's no way to end the game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots at the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say goodbye from Nashville.